I'm sitting in the gateless gate upon the threshold. It's a lovely sunny day, about midday in fact, and a lot has happened in the Solace garden in just 1 week. A leaf has come up on the trees all around, lime trees on this side and hazel to this side, and on my acers here and behind me here. So an expression came into my mind this morning. I'm not quite sure from where. We used to say of explorers of the Victorian era that these great men and women who went around the world, that's the wind coming up, opened up the interior of these places that we had never travelled to as Europeans before. And this expression, opening up, rather stuck in my mind. Opening up the interior. I thought I would show you, and this is by way of guidance rather than teaching. So it's in between Tim practicing and Tim teaching. The word I've settled on is guidance. The two preliminary exercises that we learn when we begin the study of Tai Chi. And they're quite miraculous, these little exercises. They seem very simple. But over the years, and it's coming up to, well, 35 plus since I've been practicing them, I keep returning to them, and they keep offering me more. I'm just going to set aside my slippers. I think because it helps to see how the sole of the foot meets the surface of the ground more clearly. So to take a stance where the feet are in parallel underneath the shoulders, and just to soften all the joints a little. So these two exercises don't really have names, but in the studio situation we would just call them swings. And this is the first. It's a lateral turning that begins here in the center of the body, and then moves the body into the left and right foot, shifting the weight across, turning the center, right and left, left and right. And allow that turning at the center to arise up through the body, to open across the shoulders and to flow out gently away from the center toward the hands. And that's it. Very simple. Moving the weight, turning the center, and allowing the free flowing turn. Very little effort. Just a gentle swinging turn. from here, we can make steppings, directional steps, forward and backward steps, keeping the level center turning. So here's a forward step, and here's an exchange of step, here's a directional step, and another directional step, and a returning step. I'm making this one a little wider and sitting a little deeper. This turning swing begins to open up the joints, the interior, and the free-flowing action that comes from the center. And it's to the center that it returns. So this is a lateral turn through the posture, given momentum from the mind and through the action of the body. The second of the two swings is through the vertical. Tai Chi, we talk of a golden thread through the body that runs right through the postural bone, what we would call the spine, in a very subtle sense. So again, I'm going to place my feet under my shoulders in a parallel posture. Just gently stand up and loosen the joints. And I'm going to use the action of gently upward and downward movement through the joints. And allow the swing down and up and down, to find a natural rhythm. Paying attention to my natural symmetries of left and rightness, forward and backwardness. So with each drop through the center, and it is going down through the center, not forward or backward, straight down. Allowing all those things that are of symmetry in my posture just to gently fall away. And as well as the obvious or natural symmetries of left and rightness, forward and backwardness, up and downness, there are also the more subtle pairings, we could say. Ankles and wrists, knees and elbows, sitting through the pelvis, and the gentle swing from the shoulders. Internally, there's a massage to the organs. And a sending of the blood and oxygen to all parts of the posture equally. Eyes open, ears open, breath open, skin opening. One of the important principles of Tai Chi forms is that they arise from stillness and return to stillness. So in bringing this exercise to a conclusion, I have that in mind. So allowing stillness, not only in the posture but in the mind, develops awareness, which is an opening up to the experience. How do you feel?